If you're not secure, that's not a bad thing. That's just letting you know where you are. And the way that you can get to a more secure place about yourself is by testing out the person you're building. You have to, test drive your new identities. If Welcome, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Manè, and I wanted to talk to myself today about something, and I just got the inspiration to record it and share it with others. So my hope and my expectation is that since this video has found you, and there is nothing random in the universe, that this message is this message to myself you'll find it to be valuable. You will find it to help you have this conversation with yourself. I found something recently, and it was just saying, okay, you know what? You have been on this healing journey, healing unresolved traumas, releasing old emotions, things of that nature. You have found the creator within yourself, and you have all of these wonderful things, but you are still at home all the time, and you can't go to certain events, and you're more sensitive now than you were before. And I understand sensitivity is important, but I think, like everything, too much of a thing can be, bad, or can be a hindrance, an obstruction. So I wanted to say that if you're at the place where you are still healing, that is wonderful, that's beautiful, and you keep going. That also means, and to me, in my opinion, that also means that you don't trust yourself, God, the creator, the universe fully. Because if we trusted ourselves and that creative force within us fully, then why would we be concerned about energy vampires? And I don't want to get into that in this video about energy vampires, but that just lets us know where we are, okay? Not a bad thing, and if that's where you are, that's where you are. But at some point, we are going to want to gently expose ourselves to new spaces, to people, personalities, the personalities that we have been avoiding, right? Because they remind us of our parents, or an ex, or a past version of you, the unhealed version of you. When you are whole and complete, you'll be able to be in those spaces, doing those things and new things, be around those personalities, and you will feel secure in yourself. You'll feel safe in the new state. So if you're not secure, that's not a bad thing. That's just letting you know where you are. And the way that you can get to a more secure place about yourself is by testing out the person you're building. You have to, test drive your new identities, your new states or remembered identities, remembered states, depending on how you look at it. But you got to take this new version of you out for a ride every once in a while, and you got to put them on. I'm not telling you to put yourself in a obviously dangerous situation, but you're going to really, you got to really see if it's there. If you want to know if your subconscious mind or your deeper self has a hold of this beautiful person you've been building and cleaning up and remodeling, right? You have to develop a trust and confidence enough that just like that inauthentic version of you that you unconsciously, unintentionally built, that came with a bunch of all these different life experiences and that you weren't that fond of, you have to trust and believe that the person you've been building is establishing, and it doesn't get rid of those people. It doesn't get rid of the bad things, but you have to see yourself. You got to see yourself doing it, and you're not going to know that that your new identity is really fully established in the environments that you control, in the environments that you feel the most safe. So, and I want to be sensitive I want to be sensitive because I know that there was a time where I wouldn't want to hear that. But if you're avoiding most outside contacts and your phone is on mute or on, on silent mode, and you're doing Instacart and Uber Eats and your DoorDash and everything, and you don't want to get out there because you know that evil is out there. That's a whole nother video. You're not going to really know how strong you are, and you're not going to know by hiding. So put it in the plan, okay? And think of ways that you can introduce yourself to your world, to people around you. And when you do, in those moments, you're going to grow more. You're going to be more, you're going to feel proud of yourself. You're going to think back to conversations and you're going to be like, wait a minute. I would have normally in this situation felt this way. I would have normally, in the past, I would have reacted that way. That thing would have knocked me off my square and ruined my day and ruined my week. I would have avoided them. I would have, this and that. And you're just going to see like, oh my God, I really am doing it. I'm really healing. This is really nice. And that's how you build the self-confidence and the self-trust, to be able to do more and more. Now it's exciting. It's like, what else can I do? Can I maybe I should put all of these people who I've been avoiding for months and a year or however long in the same space. How will I do in that situation? It's easy to just cut these people out, but once you've done the healing and you've done the forgiveness, what you really want to do is see yourself. You want to see the person you've been making. And the way that you see the person that you've been carving out of all of that, all of that past, is by getting out there. So I want to encourage you today. To put it in a plan how you're going to introduce yourself, reintroduce yourself, to others, family members. I want you to put it in a plan. If you haven't gone to a physical store in forever, you buy everything online. Make a plan to go to the physical store and make a plan to talk to people. So that's it. I just wanted to stop in and share that with you. If this resonated with you, if you agree, if you don't agree, put your feedback in the comment section. And I hope you come back soon.